Welcome back, everyone. Day 22 of the Proverbs 31 challenge, which I'm calling it. I guess I didn't really give it a title in the beginning, but I guess the Proverbs 31 challenge sounds like a good thing to title it. I just came up with that. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well. I'm feeling really good. I'm enjoying the consistency that this is calling me to do. I made a commitment to myself, and I felt like I should try it in front of people because sometimes people need accountability, and I'm one of those people who sometimes fall back on consistency. I have times where I'm very consistent and times where I'm not, and I just know having accountability just helps me be a little bit more consistent, and I'm enjoying doing this. Like, I'm not a person who talks a lot. I have a hard time putting my words together, articulating what I want to say, but this is just pushing me through it. And I appreciate that there's a few people out there viewing, but if you can, I'd appreciate if you could just comment on the video and let me know what you're thinking of what's being said, how you're feeling, if you're going through any trials, and if there's anything out there that I can pray for you about, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to pray for you. I may at the end do a live video, but we'll see. Not that I'm uncomfortable doing a live video, but honestly, right now I don't have that many viewers, and I don't know if it would do all that well. So, anyways, just some thoughts. You can let me know what you think in the comments. I'd appreciate it. I don't have there were a lot of great scriptures, again, in the 22nd chapter of Proverbs, but a lot of it's repetitive throughout the book of Proverbs, which is a good thing. I'd say repetition helps you learn more, but I don't need to expound on stuff I've already expounded on. So I'm going to share the few that I don't think I have spoken on yet completely. So Proverbs 22:6, direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it. It was very important to, I'm now a grandfather. My children are grown. They have kids of their own. But one thing that was important to me when I was a father and my kids were home, and it's still now, I still teach them and try to be a good example to them. The teaching's different. I don't try to control them or tell them what to do, but I do try to still show a good example. And my example, my whole life, which always hasn't been that great because I'm human, I fail, I falter, but my kids, they have appreciated that I've been vulnerable about, hey, I struggled when I was younger. But my one thing that I stayed true to was being a churchgoer, a person who always strives to be better and to read the Bible and to try to always be learning to be better. And even now, in my older age, I'm never going to stop growing because I want to keep learning. Now, I know I've said that before, and this is something that I think needs to be reiterated over and over again, because as humans, we sometimes just want to fall back into our old ways and just take it easy, as they say. But you're not going to grow unless you're learning. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you want to live, and by live, I mean thrive. Thrive. Like, you can survive through life not learning, but you want to have a prosperous, full, abundant life. And to do that, you do that by learning, and that will teach your children. What you learn, you teach it to your children, and when they're older, your kids will remember. Now, I can just as a testimony tell you, my kids, when they got older, as all of us do, we wanted to test the waters and see what it's like to They had to try it for themselves to see. And my kids are now both serving in church and are both Christians. And I'm thankful to God for that. Like I said, I didn't always do it right, but thankful to God and His grace, my children are in church. Because the one thing that my wife and I have done is stayed grounded in church. So, Proverbs 22:13. The lazy person claims, there's a lion out there, and if I go outside, I might be killed. What that is about excuses. People always make excuses. Oh, I can't go to the gym today because I have to work too many hours, or I didn't get enough sleep. And I know I say the gym a lot, but this is that's my lifestyle. But whatever it is that you want to do to learn more, like I talked about in the previous scripture, you need to take some time to learn more. Oh, I just don't have time. But if you really tracked your time and did a study of your time, and if it was really a priority for you, you would make the time. So don't make excuses. Just go out and make it happen. That was my motivational speech for the day. Listen to the words, verse 17. Listen to the words of the wise. Apply my heart to instruction. For it is good to keep these sayings in your heart and always ready on your lips. So as you're learning, where he says it is good to keep these sayings in your heart and always ready on your lips, memorize what you're learning. Memorize the wisdom that you're learning from the Bible, the wisdom that you're learning from God, the wisdom that you're getting from teachers who are teaching you good, right, godly things. Listen to what they're saying and hear the instruction and apply your heart to it. Don't just do these things because it's what you should do. Do it because you want to do it. I'm assuming you're listening to this video because you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to do better. That comes from your heart. That is just not you just doing because it's the right thing to do. You're doing it because you want to. That's how you apply your heart to it. And keep the sayings on your heart so it's always right in your lips. There may come a day. There has come a day in my life, and there may come a day again. That's why I'm always growing and always learning. When someone might need advice for something, and the advice that I want to give them, or you might want to give them, would be biblical instruction, biblical advice. The advice you should always give most of the time. Like, there are modern things that you may have to, either way, it will have some sort of biblical application to it. And that's why it's good to keep the sayings on your heart and always ready in your lips. And with that, I will tell you good night, God bless you, and see you tomorrow.